back to the High Value Man Conversation. I'm your host, Erin, Alejandrino, and today's episode, we're talking about hesitation. Hesitation and procrastination are all forms of passivity. You probably heard the saying, hesitation leads to devastation. That means if you wait, you are creating an opportunity for someone else to scoop up, and take what is rightfully yours. Hesitation leads to devastation. At the end of the day, anything other than imperfect, immediate, and assertive action is a form of PAM. PAM is the passive-aggressive man, the passive with his hopes, passive with his dreams, passive with his desires, passive with women, work, and the world of men. PAM is the problem that is affecting masculinity these days. You see, PAM says, I'm just going to wait for the stars to align, for my horoscope to say yes, for me to get lucky, and for everything to be perfect. That is the exact scenario for a man that is using procrastination and perfectionism as a form of passivity. Hesitation leads to devastation. Yesterday, I just got my cold plunge delivered to the house. The cold plunge is an awesome at-home water immersion tool. It makes the cold water down to about 39 degrees, which allows you to practice cold water immersion therapy. And if you haven't done this, another good way of talking about it is an ice bath. An ice bath is phenomenal for recovery, lowers your bodily inflammation, it boosts your testosterone, speeds up your metabolism, but more so than anything, it helps you get over the head fuckery. The cold water immersion technique has been around for quite some time, and I prescribe it to every single one of my men. In fact, we use it inside of the Project and the Squire program because it shows you how quickly the mind fuckery will try to take over your life. I'm going to give you something to do as a homework assignment at the end of this conversation that you can deploy today to start breaking through your passivity and to truly recognize that hesitation leads to devastation. But before I get to that exercise, I want to share with you what I learned when I did my first dip in the cold plunge when it got delivered to the house this week. Got this cold plunge set up. It got the water down to 39 degrees, which is nice and chilly. And I placed my hands on the outside of the tub and I'm getting ready to step in. And I've done cold water and ice baths for quite some time. About the last 5 years, I've been taking a daily cold shower. It's my non-negotiable. It's the way that I break through the little bitch in my brain every single day. I take a cold shower without fail. Winter, summer, spring, or fall. It doesn't matter. If I'm traveling, if I'm at home, I take a cold shower every single day because it is a reminder that I am in control of the critic inside my head. And every time he pops up and he wants to say, you know what, you don't have to do this. No one's really going to know. That's when I know I need it the most. And it allows me to get an instant easy win, to stack this win and to put my mindset back into control for me. And so I shut that motherfucker up by taking a cold shower every single day. But yesterday when it came in, I was like, man, this is a little different than a cold shower. This is an actual full cold water immersion. And I've done this again hundreds of times at this point. I know what to do. I know what's going to happen to my nervous system. I know what's going to happen to my body and biology. I know my breathing is going to get short, fast, and rapid. I know that I'm going to get a little panicked. I know that it's going to activate my sympathetic nervous system. I know all the logical stuff that's going to happen. And I coach these guys all the time. It's like, if you're going to jump in, you can't let hesitation build. You have to attack the hill. You have to jump all in, all the way down, up to your shoulders, or below your shoulders, up to your neck, and you got to do it immediately. You have to take on the biggest challenge. You got to jump all in without hesitation. But I placed my hands on the outside of the tub, and I thought for a second, I was like, fuck, it's not as easy as just saying it. It's not as easy as just doing it in the cold shower. I got into the pattern of just taking a cold shower, turning that water on and letting that icy water hit me. But this is different. I'm going to be fully submerged. And there was a moment of hesitation that popped up. And in that moment of hesitation, all of the negative self-talk happened. And it happened in just the briefest of seconds. It says, well, maybe I can just take my time, or maybe I can turn it up to 50 degrees and ease my way back in. You know, because Rachel is not really as experienced as I am. And I could turn the temperature up to 50 for her because it'll allow us to get into this rhythm together, because it might be a little bit too cold for her. And honestly, I haven't done this in a few weeks since the last time we had the project. I got in the cold tub, and even then it was a little bit cold, and this part's in the shade. And what if I had it in the sun? Or maybe I should move the tub. And all of this was going on. This hesitation built the story. Because I didn't take immediate action without thinking, the negotiation took space. And in that space, my confidence started to deteriorate. And I recognized pretty quickly, I waited all of about 7 seconds, and all of these thoughts happened in that 7-second time frame. But it reminded me how quickly the negotiation bitch pops up in our brain. Hesitation leads to devastation, and imperfect, immediate, assertive, aggressive action will lead you to your goals. In the last episode, I talked about your vision. Your vision points the way. Your vision is the blueprint for your best life. If you don't have a direction of where you're going, you're going to wander around in a big ass circle. And you can spend a whole lot of time writing down your perfect vision, your perfect day, your perfect life, in hopes that one day it will just manifest itself. But the truth of the matter is, your contract with the universe only really goes into place when you start taking imperfect, immediate, assertive, and aggressive action towards your goal. And so when I realized that I was negotiating with the bitch in my brain, I placed my hands on the outside tub and I jumped all in. I submerged my arms underneath, brought the water up to my neck, and I did exactly what I've been training my body to do. I started to breathe slowly. And I realized that I am in control of everything in my life. And that is the greatest gift that you can truly give yourself, by breaking through your hesitation and your passivity by taking consistent, immediate, assertive, imperfect action. Imperfect action allows you to iterate along the process. Imperfect action, it doesn't have to be beautiful. I didn't have to have a graceful descent into the ice bath. I'm allowed to stutter and stumble, but I need to move forward. And this is something we need to remind ourselves as men. We can come up with a perfect vision. We can write out the perfect vision board and we can create the most beautiful fucking plan. But without the action, the immediate, assertive, aggressive action moving towards that thing that we want, it is always just a dream. And the truth of the matter is this: the more time between the decision and the action, the more doubt starts to fill that space. The more hesitation fills that space. The more likelihood that you're going to talk yourself out of that thing that you want. The more reasons you're going to come up with. The more analysis, the more reasons to stay paralyzed and indecision is going to happen when you don't take imperfect, immediate action. But once you're in, you have to now make a new decision of getting the fuck out or breathing through the decision. And I would much rather breathe through the decision of being in a little bit of chaos and know that there's a win on the other end than have to get out and get back in. My call to action for you men today on this high value man conversation is to start your day with a very easy win. Stand in the shower and turn the water on cold and let that icy water hit you. And if you're in Southern California, man, you are blessed. Our cold water is all of 65 degrees, so it's really not that bad. But I want you to do this for 7 days. Take a cold shower only, and work up to 3 minutes. And every time your brain, the critic in your brain says, I can't do this, I can't handle this, I'm not good enough, I got to get out. This bearded, tattooed asshole told me to take a cold shower, and I'm shriveling up. But don't worry, it will eventually grow back. But just take a few minutes to stack that win and to retrain, reframe, and reprogram that part of your brain that says, I can't do this. Because you have to develop that resistance muscle, that resilience muscle, that muscle that says, I'm going to jump all in, I'm going to figure it the fuck out once I'm inside. Do this for 7 days and let me know how it shows up for you. And then if you're willing to do this challenge, at the end of the 7 days, I want you to fill your bathtub with ice. Fill your bathtub with ice and see if you can work up to 3 minutes inside of the bathtub, focusing on slow, controlled, calm breathing. Give yourself a little space, a little bit of distance from the panic that will show up when you get inside. And then tag me. Make sure you got some fucking pants on. But tag me and tag the High Value Man conversation and let me know how you feel, how great you feel after doing something difficult and something hard. And recognize how much the hesitation wants to pop up and take some space inside of your best life. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the High Value Man conversation. Next time, we're talking about the 3 skills that will make you more valuable to the world of men. The 3 skills that you need to build as a man to truly build your value amongst the tribe of badass, assertive, and aggressive men that are crushing and dominating and conquering all of life. Much love, many blessings, and we'll talk to you soon. Boom.